No success is tied to those jerseys.
That's
So if it's a new era, why go backwards?
Because they're hard.
That's not the new era. That's the old era. And then we'll be like, oh, great, Teal, we suck. If they want to wear clown suits, we'll throw them out there in clown suits. You're willing to just throw these guys out there in anything. You don't care about Ben Wallace's opinion. You don't care about Grant Hill's opinion. You don't care about Joe Dumars' opinion.
Not about what they're wearing on the floor right now.
I don't like the Teal jerseys.
Me and Spence had an exchange last night on Twitter over the Teal. A little exchange.
I don't like the Teal jerseys. Back in my day, those weren't okay.
Is that where you're at?
I'm not a fan of the Teal, man. I was party pooper last night on Twitter. Like, I tweeted right under and I caught heat. Like, people were making fun of me, but you know what? Like, it is what it is. Like, I have PTSD from those jerseys. Like when Joe Dumars took over, he said, I don't bleed teal, and he changed the colors. The next thing you know, we go on a championship run. No success is tied to those jerseys.
That could be a lot to it because you were around.
Yeah.
A lot of the younger kids who... So here's the thing.
And that's Spence calling me an old man.
I'm the same way as far as I...
Bring back the Great Depression. Why not?
I hated them. Right? I hated them originally. I'm along the lines of you because they don't represent, that's not winning the Teal.
Right.
But let me just say this, as the kids that come around, I think this now, Stick, follow me here, this could really represent this new regime in the Pistons. And I think this is the time, if you're going to bring them back, it makes sense to me because this gives these guys their own identity.
Right.
Right? To me, I'm not going to put these Teal guys back with the old Teal guys that didn't do anything. I'm going to give these guys a shot. And at the end of the day, I got to think that coming out of that locker room, like I said, the youth, and that's what we're dealing with in this locker room, the youth, whereas opposed to the going to work Pistons and stuff like this, a little bit more experienced and more men in the Chaunceys and the Bens and, stuff like that. So I like it for this team, and I can see why, because I've come around them.
Yeah,
so I
a lot
used
of people
to be
like
that guy. I used to be old guy. I'm gonna let it play
old
out.
Guy.
Well, I am old guy now, but I am. But no.
Here's what I tried to equate it to.
To
so, like, kids like Spencer, like young infants like Spencer can understand this. This is like in 20 years, the Pistons coming back and being like, you know what? We really like those gray jerseys from when Blake Griffin was here. Remember, we made the playoffs a couple times. Yeah, we got swept, but we made the playoffs. And those gray jerseys, and Spence is going to be like, dude, I remember those gray jerseys. The team played awful. They looked awful. And that's what I equate it to. They just retired the gray jerseys, and they're going to bring them back in 20 years. And I think everybody that's a fan now will be like, ugh, the gray jerseys?
First of all, the Teal jerseys are fire, so they don't look awful. Second of all, I don't care. If the players, if Cade Cunningham, if Sadiq Bey, if they want to wear those jerseys, they can wear those jerseys. If they want to wear the gray jerseys, they can wear the gray jerseys. It's on them.
If they want to wear clown suits, we'll throw them out there in clown suits. You're willing to just throw these guys out there in anything.
It's what they want to wear. They have the right to. This is their team. I don't give a shit. Sorry about that era. That era's gone. This is the new era. If that's what they want to wear, that's what.
So if it's a new era, why go backwards?
Because they're hard.
That's not the new era. That's the old era.
They're alternates too. We're gonna wear. It's not like they're wearing them all year. They're gonna wear them 8 to 10 games a year. If that's what the guys want to wear out there, that's how they want to look.
I guess the poll question is, if you're buying a Pistons jersey, are you buying a Teal one, or first, or are you buying?
They're gonna sell, man.
No,
They're gonna sell.
Are you going here for the alternative, or are you gonna go get like what John Yu from Pro Sports Zone last week gave away, the autographed Cade Cunningham? Original. Are you going to go there? That would be more of my question. Or is this like just a bonus caveat, or is this sort of like the style?
I have a white Cade Cunningham jersey already. I'm going to buy a Teal jersey. I don't know if
you didn't have the white,
I would still do it.
If you didn't have the white one, so you didn't have a Cade right now, and these came out or whatever, and you could only buy one jersey, the white, the blue, or the teal.
I'm buying the Teal.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's sort of where my question is, and I wonder if that's sort of more age appropriate. For me and Stick, I would assume that we're more on the same wavelength. We get the dark blue one, right? Like as far as, because that's more the throwback.
Yeah, I like the all red
consistency. Well,
I like the lightning bolt throwback. Like if we're gonna go to the 70s, I like that throwback a little bit better than the teal. I mean, and they did that back when the going to work Pistons were around. They wore the lightning bolt throwbacks. But
here's the conversation though: when they do wear it, if if they play like the old Pistons that wore it, then we'll be up in arms.
That's
Don't
the
ever let
thing.
it burn
That's the
it.
thing. And then we'll be like, oh, great, Teal, we suck again. No, I don't want that. But, you know, like, I get it that today's players want to wear this jersey. But if you go back in the history of the Pistons, and this is old man trying to educate the youth again, since y'all just want to be casuals and only catch up on what's recent, like, even the Pistons back then didn't want to wear them. Ben Wallace didn't want to wear it. Joe Dumars didn't want to wear it. Grant Hill is quoted as saying he didn't love the teal jerseys. So, like, even the players then didn't love the jerseys, man.
The past is in the past. I don't care about their opinions because they're not playing for the team right now.
You don't care about Ben Wallace's opinion.
I
You don't
respect his
care about
opinion.
Grant Hill's opinion. You
Not
don't care about
about-
Joe Dumars' opinion.
Not about what they're wearing on the floor right now. No, not at all. I respect
the
their-
guy that brought you 3 championships to Detroit. His opinion
I
means
agree
nothing.
with Spencer because they're not there now.
Yes.
And whatever, if this young guy, we can agree the Teal don't go hard, but it's a different. You got to have respect to this different generation where they're trying to, they maybe they want to bring it back and show that they could use the horse heads and the Motor City Power and all that stuff to their advantage. So
I just remember rocking a starter jacket with that thing, going to the Palace, and the Pistons just getting blown out as Terry Mills is trying to drain threes from 2 feet behind the three-point
it's
line.
great. Remember
John
that.
Crotty trying to drive the lane. Like, it's just there's just so many bad memories attached to those jerseys.
I get it, but these aren't that guy. I think that the uproar will be is if there's a curse on those jerseys when they wear them and somebody gets hurt or whatever like that. You'll go to that. But I like the fact that these guys want to bring it back and start. And so I read that Teal does not go hard, but maybe they want to make it go hard. Maybe in 2022, 2023, the alternative jersey, maybe the Teal is the new go hard.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm with you, Spence. If they're winning games, they can be out there in clown suits for all I care.
Exactly.
As long as they're fun to watch, it's.
Hey, Ryan Lentz says Teal is fire, so you know they're not going to work out.
Yeah,
You
Ryan
just
Lentz has an
ruined it.
Austin Meadows jersey. I don't want to hear that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Get out of
He
here,
just-
bro.
He proved your point, Stick. He just proved. He said it's fire,
Teal is
so
dripping.
that he just automatically took it down 2 notches. But I see a lot of people in chat saying, "I'd buy."
Oh yeah,
I'd
no,
buy
they're gonna
2,
make
buy
money
3.
off this. Twitter was going insane. Like, this is I am definitely in the minority here, and I know that, and I'm okay with that. But I've been in this minority forever. I'm not changing my stance now that they're actually here. What about you, Flannel Sam? You're not from Detroit. You don't really have an affinity towards these jerseys. You don't have a relationship like I do to them. Does it really matter to you?
I can see both sides to this one. Stick to your side. It was not a very good era of Piston basketball, and it was a bridge between 2 great eras, Bad
Right.
Boys and Going to Work. And I understand that bringing them back will remind you of a bad era. But I was actually talking to our very own Jeff Iafredi in the back before the show.
Juicy.
Yes, and he mentioned something that I thought was interesting. If they would have done this during the Stan Van Gundy era when Andre Drummond was our all-star and things were pretty hopeless, yeah, I wouldn't like it at all. But this Pistons team, I think we can all in this building agree that they are ascending. And this is their chance to kind of vanquish that narrative of the teal. And if they want to wear it, I'm down with it. So like I said, I can see both arguments. I don't really have a side in this one.
The dichotomy I live in. This kid will just roast my bottom and go after anybody. But what he said right there is absolutely, and I agree. There would be outrage because Stick, remember that? It would just be, here we go again, here we go
Right.
again, don't bring them back. That's why I think we can break you out. And here's something for all of us to recognize as this year goes on, as they play with them. Stick, I think, might become more comfortable if they prove what Jeff's saying, what Sam just brought up. That's great with new information because that's how I feel. Don't put it on these guys. These guys are different, and more so to your point, right? Not just the talent, but it's not Stan Van Gundy,
Yes.
right? This is Troy Weaver, right? This is him making the call. This is the Dwayne Casey and the Cade Cunninghams and the Sadiq Bays and the Jay Niveys and stuff like this. Is stuff that we get excited for. And these guys want to start it there. I'm sure there's a reason that they went this way, and it all has to do with something to prove. And obviously they find it fire. They like it. So I like it too because they like it and I'm on board. But Nicely done, legend killer.
But you think about like the Red Wings jersey. We wouldn't mess
But that's
around with
original
changing.
6. You can't.
Okay.
That's original.
Detroit Tigers. We wouldn't want a crazy alternate.
That's
Exactly,
100
but
years.
there's the core there, right?
It's different in basketball.
It's see, I would
how's
love the
it
black
different?
third
Because
jersey.
you're allowed to wear any jersey you want, and for baseball and football and even hockey, there are specific parameters of what jerseys you can wear when. In basketball,
Yeah, but still,
Adam
like
Silver
Tampa
made
Bay's
it-
changed up their jerseys. Like other teams change up their jerseys
they-
over time. The Yankees don't change their jersey. You know why? Because they're awesome.
This isn't a
Tigers
complete
don't change their
reboot,
jersey.
though.
You know
They're
why?
not
'Cause
changing their jersey. They're giving an alternate option for them to wear 10 games out of the year. It's not like they're completely
and
going
because
back to
here's
the
the
teal.
thing, what plays into right where basketball is about more the individual and right, so it's more about sell. That gives you options. It gives you to sell to what it is to be more interactive with the fan and what the fan wants. Right, you're talking. When you're talking original teams and Stoic, yeah, you would never want to change that because that's what they represent. You know, like the Cubs and the Tigers and the Yankees and stuff. So I think it depends the sport. And then you even look when you go into football, right? We're talking about helmets yesterday and all this. There's a very strategic. Those guys get fined if they got something out of place as far as uniform wise, color wise, or anything else. So. Different rules. And I think it goes down to what you said, where Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, has made it more, a players individually driven league. And I think with that comes, the alternative jerseys and different colors. And, obviously teal sells. Teal's around the league, and I think Teal, I think the San Jose Sharks and stuff like this. And
well, that's when it all came out, right? Like that was the 90s. That was like the birth of the teal. The San Jose Sharks came out with it. That's when the Pistons got caught in the mix. And like it was part of a fashion trend. And, you could tell by the clothes, the 90s are coming back. Bright colors are coming back and stuff like that. So I understand why they're doing it. It's just I never liked them. And I'm not going to change now because they seem to be the popular
if they win
opinion.
with them stick, your opinion will change.
It doesn't, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, this is like what color nail polish my girl wears. I don't care as long as she's hot and like treating me right? So like this is really such an arbitrary conversation.
Oh,
The fact that people are getting so heated with me on Twitter about it, like literally I tweeted, I love the Pistons, hated that teal era. And people just were like freaking out about it. But at the end of the day, no, I love the Pistons. If they come out in teal jerseys every game this season, I'm still going to be rooting for them. I'm just not going to be like, oh, man, I love those jerseys. And that's it. That's really. So if you don't like them, if you do like them, doesn't matter. They're here.